Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Norm's Friends. I'm David B., the Readings Guy. 603-404-9338. Biffit@yahoo.com. Grab a seat, grab your favorite chair, kick those slippers off, pop open a beer, get yourself a cup of iced coffee, iced tea, whatever. Come and relax, have some fun. And today, I have a fantastic guest. You can introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
Hi, I'm Anthony Williams. I'm a local artist here in town, and I'm like everybody else. I'm trying to stay out of this godforsaken heat, but I'm having fun coming on the show, and I wish everybody here a good day.
All right, look at that. And stay out of the smoke, out the Canadian smoke. So, as we usually do, we're going to start with the inspirational quote, and then next we move on to today. It's not interesting / fun facts. It's just interesting, powerful facts. So I'm sure you're going to want to listen to those. Put on your hearing, as Judge Judy would say, put your hearing ears on and listen. You're going to want to pay attention. All right, so electric cars. All right, so here's the inspirational quote. And this jumped at me last night, so I liked it. Even if you cannot change all the people around you, you can change the people you choose to be around. Right? Makes sense. See you later. You're giving me a hard time. All right. Life is too short to waste your time on people who don't respect, appreciate, and value you. We all, at one time or another, have come across people like that in our lives. All right. Spend your life with people who make you smile, laugh, and feel loved. Here's one right here. See that? So I'll read it through without any narrative. Even if you cannot change all the people around you, you can change the people you choose to be around. Life is too short to waste your time on people who don't respect, appreciate, and value you. Spend your life with people who make you smile, laugh, and feel loved. And that's, of course, Roy T. Bennett, The Light in the Heart. I never heard of this guy, but, I go online looking for inspirational quotes, and there's tons of them that come up with this guy.
Boom, just came right to you?
Yeah,
Good.
so
There you go.
I liked it. It was, because I'm a big one for that. It's like, you're a jerk, time to go.
Yep.
Do it once to me,
Once bitten,
shame,
twice shy.
Really, shame on you. Do it twice, shame on me. So that's it. All right, today, everybody pay attention. To me, they have a big impact. This is facts, and I'm going to say really not so nice facts about electric vehicles. So you can pay attention to.
All right.
All right. Here's
As long as you pay me extra.
all right. Here is fact number one. It has been proven beyond doubt that electric cars are bad for the environment. They are worse than petrol or diesel cars. It is still important to be aware that there are potential environmental, health, and safety risks associated with electric cars. All right? Fact number two. The electric cars on the roads are one of the reasons that electricity costs so much these days. When you think about it, right? Look at the juice they zap. And especially, they're taking more juice as they're stroking on in the White House is, reducing everything, energy source. So it's like, a double negative snowball effect. Fact number three. Despite what fancy marketing tactics would have us believe, electric vehicle batteries are far from eco-friendly. The assembly of the battery depletes the earth of natural resources. Manufacturing and charging them is energy intensive, and they are nearly impossible to recycle. Not to mention the fact that mining the raw materials for the batteries, mainly lithium and cobalt, requires large quantities of what? Large quantities of,
Of what, for electric batteries?
yeah, it requires to mine them, requires large quantities of
And,
energy and water.
oh.
See that?
Okay.
All right. Fact number 4, devastating fact number 4. The EPA reports that most lithium batteries end up in landfills. A major contributor of greenhouse gas emissions. They're lying to you. I've been telling you that all along. The EPA reports that most lithium batteries end up in landfills, leaking hazardous chemicals into the soil and groundwater. Okay, come on, climate action people. Where's the action? They are not usually recycled because there is not a standardized way they are manufactured. So it takes a lot of time, money, and effort / energy to break them down. Wasteful energy.
They
All right.
catch fire too, the batteries.
That's coming.
Oh.
That's coming. All right. Devastating fact 5. Electric cars with lithium ion batteries are reported to be more dangerous when they catch fire than gas vehicles. Although it is a rare occurrence, when electric vehicles with lithium ion batteries do catch fire, they burn hotter, faster, and require far more water to completely extinguish. But get this, Anthony. The batteries can reignite hours or even days after the fire is initially put out. This unpredictability puts salvage yards, repair shops, and others at risk. Climate action people, come on, you're missing the boat here. 6. Amnesty International, we all heard of them, says human rights abuses, including the use of child labor and the extraction of minerals like cobalt used to make the batteries that power electric vehicles, is undermining ethical claims about the cars. Enough said. And finally, last but not least, devastating fact number 7. Amnesty International points to serious health risks to child and adult workers in cobalt mines in the Democratic Republic of Congo. More than half the world's cobalt comes from southern DRC, that must mean Democratic Republic of Congo.
Right.
Much of it from, what's that, artisanal? Is that artisanal? I don't know how to say it. Artisanal?
Yes, artisanal.
Artisanal mines that produce 20% of the country's output. Get this, artisanal miners as young as 7 were seen by researchers who visited 9 sites, including deep mines dug by hand using basic tools. Not only climate action people, let's go human rights people, come on. Miners, the youngest of whom were earning as little as $1 a day, reported suffering chronic lung disease from exposure to cobalt dust. So go buy your electric car and support a child labor, child abuse, pollute the water, pollute the soil. That's what you're supporting, and it's a crock. Make your electricity rates even go higher. There you go, and you're going to do just what they want you to do. These elites, to reduce the population. You're going to pollute all the water so you can't drink it. Pollute the soil so you can't grow anything on it. You can't walk down the street because the cars will be popping up into flames like nothing. So that's what you're supporting when you buy an electric vehicle. Ta-da! So there you have it. What do you think of that, Anthony?
Well, I thought it was very informative. It's just, I don't think, even though it's already started, this electric vehicle project for the whole world eventually. See, there's a small group of people that call themselves, well, they don't, we do. We call them the elites. And these elites seem to be making, or trying to, and in some cases do, tell us what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And for them to come out and say that what we have now is environmentally unsafe is because these people that spout this have no idea what it takes. We wouldn't have half the fires we do in forests if someone would do their job. Keep the forest clean. You get paid, you make good money, it's what you do for a living. What about Yellowstone Park and places like that? Now, I'm not too sure who started the fires in Canada, but there's a fun. But
Hold that thought.
I'll continue. Yep.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Wonderful. I'm wonderful.
Mr. Whoopi, what's been going on in your world?
No, I missed you last week.
How come? I was here.
I know, but I couldn't get on because of the previous callers. They seem to keep up most of the time.
Well, they did take up quite a bit of time. You're right about that. But hey, there you go.
I
Imagine.
wanted to make a comment on the shirt you had on last week.
Oh, what? I forget the. The Sharia law with the X. Is that what I had on?
No, it was freedom.
Freedom matters. What about it?
Yeah.
What about it? What about it?
Well, it was very nice.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the
Right.
shirt because it does matter.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I want,
What?
I wanted to make a comment about the cocaine that was delivered to the White House.
Yeah. You mean where they don't know where it came from or who brought it there?
Right. I can't mention any names.
I know, huh? God forbid, I know. It's all slander.
Right.
It's all slander. But I don't care what you say. I bet you Hunter had something to do with it.
He
They
was
say-
there, I was told.
He what?
They say that he was there and in the White House at the
Oh,
time.
he was in the Rose Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Rose Garden, all right. He was feeling mighty rosy after snorting a few lines. It's-
That was
Yeah.
anybody else, they'd be
Okay,
in
we gotta-
jail.
yes.
We got a nice 2-card reading today.
Only if you promise you're not going to buy an electric vehicle and support child labor and all kinds of pollution and hazardous stuff for the environment.
Oh, no.
All
David's
right.
going to buy you a moped.
Right, solar powered. All right, 2-card reading coming up. Seeing as you couldn't get through last week. One, let's see what the second card's going to be. Hold on. These cards stick. Hold
Humidity.
They're
Is
kind
that
of,
what it on. All right. Well, I like the first one. The first one is 6 of Cups. So for the 6 of Cups, here we are. 6 of Cups, I love it. I like the number 6, but the 6 of Cups, as you could see, you're almost totally sort of whatever is, you might have been thinking about to sort of change one little thing about you to make an improvement on something. You're just about there when it comes to like that. The 6 of Cups, to me, cups is emotion, but it could be any, emotions to me is, making yourself feel feel fulfilled in whatever way you want or feel content, you're almost there. You're going in the right track. So keep going. And of course, then we have the Ten of Swords. So it's all going back to the Six of Cups, which I said, with the emotions. And here we are with the Ten of Swords. Swords is decision making, that type of thing, your mental state with the 10. So 10 is so basically complete. So you're just nearing you're getting close to the finish line. So, and you're going to feel well-rounded, nice and grounded, and fulfilled and content and happy and go-get-'em type of attitude. So there's your 2-card reading, Mr. Whoopi.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So, and stay out of the smoke, that Canadian smoke. I don't know why this government's not going after them and fining them every day if they don't put the fire out. So.
We gotta send some of the water up there.
Yeah, I wish it would go up there. I mean, we have enough of it down here. So that's what they need. They're probably going to have to wait for a blizzard up there for the fires to go out. So.
Anthony, bring any pictures today?
Yes.
He brought artwork with him. Yes, he did. He followed instructions.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. I'll show him in a minute.
You have a good. All right. You have a good week now.
All right, and you. Thanks for calling, Mr. Whoopi. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
All right. Take
Bye.
care.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yes, that's right. You brought artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to show us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Now or later?
A little bit later. Relax a little bit.
Oh, all right. We could do that.
Okay.
So, Anthony, tell us about what it's like to. Never mind. Hold that thought.
I got a feeling it's Energy Lady or Mary
or Gina. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. It's the Energy Lady. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, Energy Lady.
Hi, Anthony.
Hello.
Wow, how's it going?
Wonderful. The sun is shining, and so is it. It's shining in my heart.
See, I say
There you
that
go.
every day when I get up. I have a sunshiny attitude every single day, regardless of the weather.
Thank God for the beautiful people I know.
All right.
There you go.
I love the attitude. You got the right attitude.
I'm going to Patty's house after the show.
Where you going?
Patty's house after the
Oh,
show.
that's nice.
Yeah, they're good people. You know that.
She knows Patty.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
they're wonderful, wonderful.
Who's Patty?
Yeah.
Who's Patty?
She's a member of my church, and
Oh.
she's the one that got me into the church.
Oh,
Her and her husband. Yeah, Patty, they're decent people. They really are.
that's good. I like
They're
decent
beautiful
people.
people.
Yeah.
Do you know them too? I take it they got to be if you know them.
Energy Lady knows everybody.
She works
Wow.
for the CIA.
No electric cars. Don't even go there.
You work for the CIA?
No.
That's what he just said. She works for the CIA. You must look at all the cards fell.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's a lot of energy going.
It is.
Can I have 3-card reading?
It's funny. It's funny because what fell? 3 cards. So the 3 cards that fell is the cards you're gonna get. All right. Unbelievable. So the first card we have, of course, I love it, is the sun. So lots and lots and lots of energy there, which of course we know is so apropos for you because you're filled with lots of sun, as you said. The sun shines every day for you, right? And what's the first card that falls out of the deck? The sun. So here you go. You know that you know the right track. Look, you even saying you started to tell me you're reading before we even got to the cards. So that's where that one starts. Next, we have, well, like this, the Four of Wands, all right? So with the Four of Wands, you know me, direction that you want to go in, goals, aspirations, acquirements. Is that a right word? Is that a word, acquirement?
Yeah.
Right, that type of thing. So it's four, and four is nice. If you think of four, it's nice and solid. It's sturdy. So you got some nice thoughts about where you want to be headed and everything like that. What you can attain, and of course, it's nice. It's got a nice solid foundation, and of course, with all the unbelievable energy around you, it's easily attainable. And of course, and then what's next? Again, it's funny. You got the four. You had the Four of Wands. Now you have the Four of Swords. So for the four, we'll say directions that you might think of going in, or the four goals that you might have set for yourself. Then I'm not going to say they're big goals, but little goals. And to make each one of them complete, it's just all you have to do is choose yes or choose no, and it's that easy. So there you have it, Energy Lady. There's your
Well,
reading.
thank you for the beautiful reading.
You're very welcome, anytime. But you know, that's funny. Those are the cards that when I held the cards, shuffling them, those are the three cards that fell when I found out that you work for the CIA.
I'm retired. I'm enjoying my life.
Good for you. I bet you always did, even before you were retired.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
See? Good
I
for
keep
you.
everybody going.
Very good. That's the way to do it. That's the
Never
way.
a dull moment.
That's the way. That's the best way. That's like me. I keep telling everybody I have the time of my life every day.
And Anthony, have a wonderful time with Patty, and tell her I said hello.
Okay. I certainly
God
will.
bless everybody, and have a good night, and stay happy, healthy, and strong.
All
Talk to you next week.
right. Thanks, Energy Lady. Bye-bye. Ta-da. No, I forget. I said hold the thought, but I forgot what the thought was.
Something about the electric cars, wasn't it? Shows you what happens to us, you know. We just breathe bad oxygen, and now we're all flipping around like a couple of, what am I doing?
I know. See, I know they do that on purpose too. That they do it on purpose. They know that.
Oh, yeah.
They were probably in cahoots. They hired a couple of arsonists up in Canada, throw some matches down. And
Yeah.
again, this is what I want to say again. Now, the arsonists up in Canada that started these fires that are still burning, I don't know, 82 million acres or whatever it is,
Sheesh.
right? Now, this is what gets me. Why aren't they talking about match control?
Right.
You know, if it was, I mean, because when somebody shoots someone, it's gun control, which they really have to call it what it is. It's not gun control, it's gun confiscation.
Yeah, basically that's where it's
You know,
all
it's
at.
what it is.
You know, the big losers besides us human beings, look at all the wildlife that's destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of acres. That's a lot of birds and raccoons and squirrels and bears and deer and elk. Gone.
Everything,
Gone.
even mosquitoes.
Yeah. You need them. You
Yeah.
have to have them.
I agree.
Mosquitoes, if we didn't have birds, we'd be swamped with mosquitoes. They eat 100 times their weight a day, every single bird in the world, in insects, every single day.
Wait a minute. Now, if a bird weighs 3 pounds, it eats
Yeah.
3 pounds of bugs a day.
You better believe it. Just like a male lion takes 35 to 40 pounds of meat a day.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
You think that's why they eat people?
They occasionally get to them, but they look at the animals they hunt. The deer, they're always looking for the old, the sick, and the weary.
Yeah.
They have to have 35 to 40 pounds of meat a day. It's males.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a big cat. Some of those
Yeah,
things
it
are over
is.
500 pounds. How would you like to feed a 500-pound cat?
Well, there's people that are 500 pounds. Do they eat 35 pounds of meat a day?
I'll ask them next time I see him. No, it's a lot of meat.
That is a lot.
But then
of
look
meat.
at the size of them. I mean, an
That's
elephant.
true.
What do you think they do? Eat one blade of grass?
Well, well, I don't even know what do they eat.
They eat grass. They eat plants. They're herbivores. Rhinos are the same thing. Hippos will eat meat and herb. They're herbivore, but they'll eat meat too. Occasionally, they'll get a lion or something.
So if you come face to face with a rhino, what, he'll just nudge you with that thing?
If I come face to face with a charging rhino, I go, Heavenly Father, here I come. Boom, you're all done.
But they won't eat you?
I don't know if they'll eat. I know that they're herbivores, but I don't know if they had to eat meat. I'm sure they would. I mean, look at black bears. Black bears in Finland are
Yeah.
the main reason that the elk babies, not the full-grown elk. Bear has a little trouble with mama if she's got her full rack,
Uh-huh.
but they kill 40% of the babies that are born
Wow.
and eat them. Bears are bears. Grizzly bears, black bears, brown bears, Kodiak bears, polar bears. They're
And-
bears.
And who eats the baby bears? What are they?
The baby
predators?
bears,
Yeah. What's the
pack
predators?
of wolves.
Oh,
Yeah.
a pack of wolves.
Yeah, they hunt in packs. That way, if one don't get them, the other five will. I've seen a black bear that got attacked with her cub, takes the cub, and the mama bear climbs up the tree. The wolves are circling the tree, sitting there waiting for her to come down. Finally, the alpha male says, okay, we're going to go up over the hill, and we're going to look for more food. And they start going up the mountain. Mama gets down and kills two of them right behind them. One swat upside the head, poof, runs up in the snow and gets the other one, poof, and then keeps going to get the other one.
Well, they deserve it if they.
Yeah, they
kill
didn't
their
get the cub,
babies.
but
Oh, yeah.
but that was her way of saying, leave me alone.
Good for her.
Yeah,
That's what we need more of.
yeah.
People need more of that stuff.
I mean, just like the guy from the state, Fish and Game, New Hampshire. He said even though grizzly bears and polar bears are bigger and Kodiak bears, a subspecies of the grizzly bear, a black bear has been known to get 800 to 1,000 pounds. And they
Wow.
can kill you just as quick as a grizzly bear.
But what about now Kodiak bears? Those
Kodiak
are
bears,
big, aren't they?
They're
Even
they're
bigger?
a subspecies of the grizzly.
Ah,
And black bear can be three different colors. It can be totally black, it can be almost white with a little brown in it, and it can be red.
well then how
The
come they
fur's
call
red.
them black bears?
They don't
If
know
they're
why.
not black.
Somewhere along the line, they transferred the seed that they have red. So I've seen black bears that are red. You say, oh my gosh, what kind of bear is that? And then underneath it'll tell you what happens. That's how they come out once in a while.
Wow.
And the polar bear is the biggest bear of all of them.
Yeah, but they're all white.
Yeah.
I never seen like a black polar bear.
No.
Or
I've
a
seen
red.
them a little, almost a kind of a yellowish color. But
Yeah.
it's all the genes, it's like humans. I mean, they have their genes dominant, just like black bears can be. Like I said, people think that, 200 and 300, 350 pounds, they can get a lot bigger than that. They can outrun you on flat land 35 to 40 miles an hour. All bears.
Well, yeah, but if one was chasing me,
You'd be doing a lot of praying.
well, that's true too. I try to outrun them. I'd give it a go anyway.
You aren't going to outrun them. That's the thing. That's the
Well,
thing.
Hey, do you have a ticket for tonight, by the way?
A ticket
Yeah.
for what?
Powerball.
Oh, Powerball? No, I don't buy those.
I have one.
Yeah.
$1 billion for $2.
$1 million?
No, a billion.
$1 billion?
$1 billion. So
Oh,
a
yeah.
ticket's only $2. I bought one.
Wow.
You know,
Oh,
so not bad.
oh. Hell no.
Imagine.
Hey, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom. Can I do that and then come back?
Yeah, and then you're going to show us your art.
Yeah, I'll show
All
you
right.
the art.
So while
All
you're
right.
doing that, I'll just sort of give a general type reading for everyone
Okay.
for the week ahead, what to watch out for, what not to watch out for. So my guest just stitched me for a couple of minutes. He'll be back. Let's do a little quick reading and see what's in store, just generally. We'll do 3 cards. All right? So how are we going to say this? We'll say first is what's perhaps what we can be on the lookout for. And the second card, well, good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Not too bad, and you?
I'm doing well. Mary, tomorrow, 5 to 6 p.m. Cruising with Mary. Same place, same time.
Same channel.
That's right.
Same bad channel.
But Thursday. That's right.
Yep.
How's everything going, Mary?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
That's good. You feeling a little bit better?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, well,
Yesterday I had to go over to the doctor's yesterday for do some tests and stuff like that. So that's what most of the day was, right at the doctor's office.
so I'm sure you're going to pass them with flying colors, so that's good.
Oh yeah, it's got to do with diabetes, and they always do it like every 6 months, every 4 to 6 months they do it to me. But they take, and they give you something to eat before
Yeah.
they test before, and then they test you afterwards. What you eat and what your sugar looks like.
Wow. Imagine that. Huh.
Yeah. So they want to see what your sugar looks like before and what it looks like afterwards when you eat.
And what yours look like before and after? Before was what?
Well,
Diamond
it depends,
shaped
like,
and
if
after-
I eat before, yeah. Yeah, it could be, right now it's running good.
Yeah.
Been running it right around 110 to 125, so that's good for me.
So, now, what's the purpose of sort of feeding you and checking it before and after? Just to see sort of, we'll say,
Well, after you eat and after you get, depends on what they give you. If they give you, crackers or a cookie or whatever with got sugar in it, then they wait.
yeah.
And that could run me right up over 200 to 300 with 3 cookies.
So, which means
Wow.
what? Don't eat cookies?
That's high, yeah. Yeah, that's high.
Wow. Imagine.
That's what happens. Now I don't care, whatever I eat, it will turn into sugar with me.
Wow, and what
If
about,
your pancreas is working, they're all set. But mine doesn't work.
knock on wood, mine must work.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I had my physical, like, tomorrow will be a month, and everything it came back normal. Knock on
Hey,
wood.
that's good.
Yup, lucky me, imagine. Mary, while I have you on the phone, what's the story? What's the story for lunch?
At the beginning of the month.
All right, sounds good to me. Mondays and
Yeah, it will
Tuesdays.
be there around the 3rd or whatever, right around the 3rd. Yeah, well, I don't want the 3rd. I haven't got the calendar in front of me. But around the 3rd or after the 3rd.
All right, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
Stuff,
Mary, right. Hey, do you have a?
Go somewhere where there's a nice luncheon.
Sounds good to me. I'm always up for that. And draft beer.
Yeah.
And draft beer.
And everything,
And-
stuff. So,
hey, do you have a guest tomorrow?
I might have one, but I have one in a couple of weeks that I do know.
Do you want to say who it is or not? Do you want to say who it is?
Yeah,
Or
Patty's coming in.
Patty,
We'll be talking
the
about her
one
book and everything.
that you were talking about earlier that works for the CIA?
No, that was
No,
her
not
friend.
her.
Wow, all these people.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Mary wanted 2-card reading, but I'll tell you what, I picked these 2 cards. I was going to give a general reading, and I was said like the first card is what we can
Yeah.
sort of know is heading our way, and the second card is how to ride it. How's that? But I'll use the 2
Yeah.
cards for you. All right, look at this. I love it. The Knight of Cups, Mary. So, it's a little hard because I know what's going on with you. So the Knight of Cups. I like it. Cups is emotions, but emotions could just, in this case, it's you feeling about yourself. All right. So with the Knight of Cups, it's sort of building up. You're almost, you're sort of realizing that, hey, it's not so bad after all. Everything's sort of everything's sort of coming into play here. I can see everything's working out for the better, and that's that. So that's where the Knight of Cups is. It's and there's a lot there. There's a lot there, but it's all sort of you're feeling more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
You're noticing it in more sight, and then of course so we go from the Knight of Cups, and then I like it to the Four of Pentacles again. So it's just a little more work. The Four of Pentacles, there you have it. They're all right next to each other again. So in this case, it's nice and strong. You're gonna feel more supported, even if it's coming from within. But you're gonna feel a lot more stronger, self-supportive. And it's even going to come into focus more, and realization that it's a lot smoother and easier and sort of, how can I put it, right there in front of you without sort of, not anything detrimental. So there you have it.
Sounds good.
How was that?
That sounds good.
All right.
Alrighty, we'll let you guys go and we'll catch you later.
All right, thanks for calling, Mary. Tomorrow, Cruising with Mary, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., same place.
See you tomorrow, Mary.
Alrighty,
All right.
catch ya.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. So there you have it. Well, we don't have a whole lot of time
Yeah,
left, but do you want to show us
Sure.
your...
I finally, I've been working on 3 different
good.
paintings of what aliens, but look at that.
He's kind of scary. That one I wouldn't want to bump into, like, up in the
Let's see.
mountains or
Yeah,
something.
here we go. Put it
I
up
wouldn't
here.
want to bump into the mountains.
Yeah, this is finally finished. I kind of like it.
I do too,
It's,
but he's scary.
And I've got, well, you figure, see, I even had, I like it. I like the color.
I do too. I love the colors.
Yeah.
Now, do you think also by painting this stuff, you're sort of inviting them to come find you?
Yeah. Maybe we could sit down and talk about the fires in Canada. Who knows?
Or maybe they could take you to observe
Sure.
the fires in Canada.
Take me to a planet and say, yeah, pick you up in 24 hours. I said, all right.
I want to take a ride up north, way up north near the border, and look for them.
Now here's one.
Whoa, that's a beauty.
Let's see.
I
Got glass
love
on it,
that
but
one.
I'll have to hold it. We can get a real.
Wow, I love that one.
Let's see.
That's fantastic.
This is a acrylic, and I love butterflies. There's something about them, their color, everything about them. I just love them. This has been sitting around for a little while, and I'm going to be
That's a beauty.
putting.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
that.
it's like, it brings out the summer, which so far summer's been kind of really, but this keeps me going painting.
That's good.
It's just,
I
you
love
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Say.
This summer's been like monsoon season.
Well, these are, I'm gonna have, if I ever finish them, which I hope I do, I have the desire to paint 50 butterflies, and then I'm gonna have a one-man show.
You mean 50 separate
50 separate paintings.
butterflies?
Yeah, I've got quite a few that I forgot I even had. Some I have started, but I know that I'm gonna have 50, then have a one-man show.
Nice. And
just-
then we can go down Hampton Beach and set up a little thing and
Yeah.
sell them all for good money. You could sell that for.
Oh yeah, I haven't put a price tag on any of those yet because I want to wait until I have them all. I'm going to count up how many paintings I have, what I can do, but I'd like to have 50. Just have a one-man show.
Nice. You could let me, if you get a price tag on that,
Yeah.
let me know.
Okay, that's not going to be cheap. It's it's a lot of work,
Well, I'm sure.
but I've got to be reasonable too. But some paintings, I've got some at home that I couldn't let loose for anything less than $700-800.
I thought you were going to say 7,000 or 8,000. I was gonna
No. I've got one that may be 1,000 when it's done, and another one about 7, 8.
say. Yeah.
They're on wood panels, and I've got a gallery that she said, from what she's seen, she'll take them, but she wants them finished, and they're. I'll bring them on sometime too. They're urban reality cookies. They're
Which is.
city life and urban life, same thing.
Yeah.
And like people that are homeless and the drugs and everything. It's in the city. And
yeah.
then I have one that I'm working on. It's got the Google headquarters,
Excuse me.
and there's a couple other buildings that
Where is their headquarters?
I don't know.
I
But
don't either.
it's huge. But it's just the idea that we don't realize half the stuff that's going on. It's like I found an article in the Union Leader, not last night, but the night before, about all the microphones that they have around the city. And they can tell where the gunshot's coming from and everything else. You know, I mean, when you face it, we're headed for that closed society where your privacy is going to be for all to see. There's no doubt about it.
It practically is now.
We haven't even.
I mean, everywhere.
It's going to get worse.
How much worse can it get? The only thing they'll just start putting it in what? Bathrooms next.
Yeah,
That's the only
everywhere.
place they can't put them now.
Everywhere. It's going to be like living in China and Russia, places like that. Where
Worse.
Well, I don't know if it can get much worse. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Where? North Korea.
You've got people that spy on you and tell on you, and that's what it is.
That's what this administration is telling people to do.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't agree with them. Let us know who it is. We'll make life difficult.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
I
I
Man,
hope
how?
he makes it, but here's the bottom line question on that is, look at the last presidential election. People are still walking around scratching their head. Was that a con game? Did Trump really win that, or Biden? And it's going to go that way. You're not going to get an answer. So people are saying, why should I vote if this is what I'm going to get?
Well, that's true, and there's people that have that attitude. Why should I vote? It's not going to make a difference.
Right.
And sadly, I can understand how they feel that way. But I can support Judicial Watch,
Right.
and they're
So do I.
Do you? I send them money, but they go after election fraud.
Right.
And people say there is no election fraud. Well, yes, there is, because I even said it last week. Even Philadelphia County, which is the city and county of Philadelphia, right? They even admit that the illegals vote in the elections. But Judicial Watch, I mean, just look, I think in North Carolina, they had to take over 2 million people off the voting list. Just in LA County, something like 1.2 million voters off the voting list. Manhattan, they had to have people taken off the voters. That's just that's just
Yeah.
2 counties in 1 state, and we're talking 5 million votes. And let's face it, I keep saying it, I don't care, and do you have proof? I'm not, you don't really need proof. I'm just saying they should investigate it. So just with 2 counties in 1 state, you have like 5 to 6 million people on the voting list that shouldn't be there. Who knows how many of them are dead. And that's why they have the mail-in voting, and they can't tell you for 2 weeks, because when the voting stations close, they have to look down and see who didn't vote. And then with these mail-in ballots, this one didn't, okay, make a mail-in ballot for this one, make a mail-in ballot for that one. So just with those 3, we'll say 6 million votes, this joker wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
With those 6 million votes that should have never been on the voting list.
Yeah.
And that's 3 places, so how many more nationwide?
Plus the fact that the computers had a lot to do with it. They were set up that way. I mean, there's absolute proof. But then the Supreme Court, it just goes back and forth. No, we don't have time. No, we don't want to do this. People wake up. I mean, it's one of those deals where if you fall asleep for too long, you're going to wake up and you're not going to like what you see. This
And
country
sadly,
is...
there's a lot of people sleeping.
if
That's a
people-
scary thing.
People need to wake up.
You're
This
right, and they
country's in
don't.
bad shape. It's in worse
It
shape
is.
than... people say, oh, well, the economy's up. People are spending money. Of course they are. They have to spend
They-
$3 to buy a $1 product.
More.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
That's
that's
what gets
inflation.
me.
I mean, but did we have that when Trump was there? No.
No. They don't want to hear it.
No.
And
I don't
they
want
don't-
to get off into politics, but
Me either, but
it's no matter what you do nowadays, you're being political.
it is. You can't help it. I mean, it's,
No.
it affects me in my life every day because
See,
of the lousy policies.
What
but-
I'm doing is putting everything down on canvas or paper or
Nice.
wood
Yeah.
and just paint it how I feel.
That's great.
know,
Yeah.
If people would stick to the basics of everything, just the basics, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie, we'd be okay, but we don't. We're called human beings, and we're going to do what we damn well please.
Well,
Basically, that's what's going
right.
on.
Hey, can we go back? I've got some questions I'd like to ask you about painting when you paint.
Sure.
Now, say, you say you want to do 50 butterflies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, now, let me see if I want to word this right. So you're painting a butterfly, and
Mm-hmm.
say you're painting a butterfly, we'll say for 2 or 3 hours, right? Do you sort of like say, all right, enough of the butterfly today, and then pick up another painting and start that? Or
Yeah, yeah, I do that.
I'm just curious.
I've got about 10 plus paintings that need to be finished. And you know what? I've started working on them, and I'm starting to get things. I've got some new ideas I want to try.
Uh-huh.
I like to do beach scenes right out of my head, just do a beach scene.
Yeah, I like
So
these
what I
scenes.
did was, okay, I did a beach scene that took up half of the 8 by 11 paper, 9 by 12.
Yeah.
Just took the top half. So I'm sitting there and I said, you know what? So I sketched in a lady's face, a girl's face,
Yeah.
on the bottom, and I'm going to paint her into the water.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I
Huh.
got 2 of those that I'm going to be working on. Yeah, like call her a mermaid, whatever. But I'm just going to use the same colors that I have on the top for the beach.
Yeah.
and do it with her too, and just play with it. I mean, I'll bring them on the show sometime
nice.
if you have me back. But I just got to finish what I've got started. That's the big. It happens to every artist. I mean, it happens to musicians. They'll play the guitar and they're writing a song, and then they'll say, try it tomorrow. But by then they picked up something else, and they've got all this stuff that just doesn't seem to jive. But when you get it to jive, and everything is on the same page, boom, you cruise. That's the same thing with painting. I don't want my paintings should not offend anyone. I don't want to, offend anyone. I don't
Someone
want
will take offense, though.
Sure
you
they
know
will,
that. Yeah.
but that doesn't mean I'm not going to paint something that when I set it before somebody, they're going to get the message real strong. And if that, and it's a good, healthy way of doing things. But that remains to be seen. I will finish them. And in fact, my next show, I'll be doing another demo. But I've started some that I need to finish. I still am working on the homeless. And then there's when COVID broke out in 220, the end of 219 and
Yeah.
220, I've got paintings that I started there too. And I'm going to finish them.
Wow. Now,
Yeah.
do you paint every day?
No, lately I have. I went for a month or so not doing anything except for 5 minutes here.
Uh-huh.
But now, every night, I watch a little TV, boom, and I sit there. And if Sylvester doesn't lay on my painting, I'm okay. He's spoiled rotten. Anybody else would whack him in the bottom and say, "Get off my desk." But me, if I see him coming up, I remove the painting, let him lay down.
Hey,
He's spoiled.
well, that's
But
what you do with cats.
he's a good boy, so I don't really
There
care.
you go. I do the same
But
thing with
like if
Fred.
I-
He's got the run of the house.
Yeah, if I lay down, take a nap or something, he doesn't like it. So
Really?
he
Wow.
tries to get me up with his cold nose on my face. Ice cold nose on my forehead or whatever. So I put the blanket up.
Yeah.
He goes around and starts from the rear. Yep. So I say, okay, I'm getting up. So I get up.
Yeah, that's
Let
like
him up.
when I was leaving this morning, I couldn't make the bed because Fred's napping on the bed.
Yeah.
And, I can't throw him off to make the bed. It's like, well, it doesn't get made today.
And he
That's
knows
all.
it.
Right. That's right.
And then when you leave, he gets his what do you call it there? His little bed, and he puts his sunglasses on.
I know.
Reads
I know.
papers. Says, yeah.
I know. Hey, so I got to ask you a question now.
All right.
One of my favorite paintings, RoboCop. What's going on with that?
It's going to be one of those. I've been working on that one.
All right.
I come up with two. Well, face it, we have robot cops already,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not. There's not that many in
Excuse me.
use, and you wait and see what the future will bring. There's a strike there. What is it with the union there? With is it UPS or one of those in
Excuse me.
what
It went down the wrong
states
way.
going on where they're upset because artificial intelligence is taking their job,
Really? Wow.
and they say it could displace 300 million people when it comes out. 300 million people have lost their jobs.
Wow.
Well,
That's a lot of jobs done. Kapush.
face it, look at who you've got. When I worked for General Motors, and that was way back in the 60s, the late 60s,
Where'd you work for them?
68 in Indiana. But what I'm saying is they had people would see the assembly lines that
Yeah.
they had back then and the machines and the way they acted back then. I can imagine the future.
Yeah.
There were machines, you pushed the button, the machine did everything. So all you had to do was make sure that that part got put on an assembly line. You put it in, put the pieces in, push a button, set back.
Wow.
And so I can imagine how advanced it's going to be. Artificial intelligence is going to take a lot of jobs. They say now you have to go by statistics by people that pretty much that's their life, what they
Uh-huh.
do. And they say that by the year 2035 to 40, that 45% of the people that are working around the world, the whole world, will be out of a job.
Wow.
It'll be all artificial intelligence. Look at the robot that they got here in Manchester. You ever see it go down the street?
I
do.
know. I saw it one time.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
One time.
That's a test to see. You wait and see. There's already, you got 18-wheelers that are traveling, driven by computer and robot.
Imagine. I
There's
know,
no
that's
human
scary.
in there or anything, and it's down the highway.
That's scary.
Yes, it
We
is.
don't have a lot of time left, so remind them who you are.
Yep. I'm Willie Washington, remember? I'm Anthony Williams, a local artist here in town. I'll be back, I hope. I'll be back.
That's right, he will.
Yep.
And before I forget, I never remember this, but I am today, right after we leave here. Stay tuned, 6 o'clock, rock, paper, and hand grenades. And I don't know the host's name, sorry, but at least I remember the show. Another one, remember again, August 8th, we moved from Channel 23 to Channel 8. Did you know that, Anthony?
Yeah, I got to figure out. Let's see, I got another show the 26th.
Oh, so then you got...
So I'll still be in this thing, but then I'll get all the full scoop down. I know it's going to be Channel 8, and then I got to figure out what that equals on the control at home.
I don't know. And anyway, of course, I'm David B., the readings guy, 603-404-9338, biffid@yahoo.com. Reach out, send me a message, a text. Let's get something going there. And please, 2 things you have to remember. 2 very important things. 1, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. And more importantly is you are a winner.